Hello, good morning. We send a greeting to our viewers and we thank them for allowing us to enter their homes once again. Today we reunite, I am reunite with production science for situations that go beyond our power. We cannot have a guest today. However, to offer them a new episode of their podcast, The Core. And the question that brings us together here today is how human relationship has changed with the use of internet. Well, I think we are all familiar with this great tool that has been provided to our homes, the blessed internet, which allows us to be aware and watch great Kaiden videos. Today's topic is really interesting, since it already seems that it is impossible to live without this ultra connectivity in which we are constantly involved. To begin with, and as an opening, I must say that my memories of times when I didn't need the internet, that beautiful days when I was an innocent and young kid, I think, I think the best way to remember is go to back a little bit later. At the beginning, not from the internet, but from the development of social networks. Because although the internet greatly affected jobs, commerce, and accessibility to information, it took time to affect society to fully take root in it. And it with the appearance of platforms such as MySpace or Hi5, people began to develop a new way of relating in which you could get a glimpse of friends that interact with people you didn't know at all. With those who started the change from being alternatives to conventional communication, as calling by phone or sending a message to the phone or mail, they were, for me, the beginning Facebook and YouTube. Now, taking the topic of Facebook, first of all, the popularization and development of Facebook, it is rare since at the beginning, although it served to send casual message for free to people you know afar, it soon stood out thanks to its development of jokes and memes, since although it's deeply rooted in the apparently healthy humor that emerged in 4chan with the characteristic vignettes and stickman characters. It was announced on Facebook as a part of its characteristics, in addition to giving rise to desmotivaciones. But it should also be noted that thanks to the errors from Facebook, today there are famous applications as Instagram, WhatsApp, and Snapchat, and even Tinder that, today although two of them are already incorporated into the Facebook family or Facebook group, and in their time they appeared as non-direct opponents with indirect rivals that offered a better or more dedicated experience, with, which took a little bit of advantage of anything that Facebook did wrong. But in its time, Facebook seemed to be increasingly essential, although it must be recognized that the format of an image as a joke, now recognized as a meme, has been missed thanks to its existence. Well, by the other side in YouTube, I mean, who does not remember when Whatever Tomorrow stood out and was the trend? When El Escorpión Dorado was born, his group began, and the only rival that they had was the No Me Revientes crew, until Hola Soy Germán arrived. And on the other hand, in Spain, the content creator Willy Rex started as a hobby, which soon saw fruits in what he did, and began to collaborate with Stax, Alexi, Rubius, Vegeta, names that today sounds like, really great names. Also in the United States, with reference were forged, such as PewDiePie, Filthy Frank. Well, for PewDiePie, that although Willy Rex had an almost trace start, as time passed of quality, PewDiePie was reinforced. That smudge sketch, I don't know. It may sound like nostalgia without feet or head, but we have to think that most of the no-code YouTubers who came that first wave have not only to professionalize their work, but to take it off to fame. I mean, no, it sounds simple to say that Luisito Comunica has their own clothing brand, that Yuya has their own makeup, and PewDiePie could make videos with Elon Musk. Also, I think it's crazy that Franco Escamilla filled his function in the United States. I mean, a Latino man, well, a Latino represents that could well work in that scenarios. Well, today it sounds easy, but how thinkable how thinkable it is if someone told you this 10 years ago. Well, as I as an even as an opportunity to ensure another subject such as cultural awareness, I also have to contrast the great power that you do have. Well, the social media has to affect people's lives today. And the funny case of, well, two cases, or the first one is from Indian TikToker called, well, username called Faraz, who is now famous thanks to the Chilean community. And it sounds that, well, today it sounds that the user Faraz is now a celebrity or a winner when creating content due to becoming famous in Chile. As a data globito, the user does not even speak Spanish, but it managed to transcend the barrier of communication thanks to being part of a meme. The way in which it was viralized, and it is interesting to denote that without any knowledge of the language or culture, it has been glorified and made known by a foreign community, which in the beginning didn't have Chile as a target audience. And now it's worth thinking about cases like this, because thanks to the expansion of social media, communication can transcend language and barriers, such as is the case of the song Amor Plastic was suddenly a bomb in Latin America, well, coming from France. Well, now it is important to highlight that it is a fortune that cases like this occur, since they assume that there really are people who culturally aware or would transcend those limits, and how easy it is to break those barriers is notorious to things this situation. It only seems to it only remains to think what will happen later, because the change is evident. Well, this is all for the podcast. Thank you very much to all the spectators who accompanied us today. This was the core brought to your homes, still in epidemic situations. We wish you a beautiful morning and enjoy your day. Thank you for all. See you later.